welcome to the IB Sports NFL Weekend Kickoff Show. My brother Corey Carlton will be joining us soon, and I am the commish. I am always joined by the bane of my existence, IBN Megatron.
You're not always joined by me.
I'm not always what I mean when we
You're
do this
not
show.
you're not always joined by me. No. I'm
When we
pretty
do
sure I
this
missed
show,
it.
I am
Oh yeah, whatever, man. Come on, let's
for
get it
like
over with. Let's
5 years.
stop acting like
5
we're
years.
friends. Let's just get it over with. Get it over with.
Mm-hmm. All right. Yesterday, anything stand out to you in college football?
Nah, man, nothing stands out. I missed the Georgia Tech Miami game. Did you catch the ending of that?
Yeah, that was rough. I just saw it on Twitter. I woke up. Well, I guess I woke up and I saw USC, and then I saw the replay of that, and I'm just like, how do you? And again, I think we both have talked about this quite a few times. Every coach should be required to play Madden. Like it should be like an airplane simulator for pilots. Every coach should be required because the clock management and the situational management. Like you don't even need to do the math. Just in your mind, through going through so many situations, you know you can just kneel the ball. But I don't know how you do that. I really don't know. If a team has no timeouts, why wouldn't you kneel the ball? That's like automatic. And they have a couple timeouts. You just do the math. I don't get it.
Now I think this is the first time life replicated Madden because in Madden when you do that you do somehow fumble and always lose, so it's perfect. That's
Yeah,
what you
it
deserve.
does make you lose. Yeah.
That's what you deserve.
And then just then sometimes I'm like the series of events that it took for them to lose. So you had to it was dumb, but you had to fumble. They still were like on the wrong 30 or whatever. You got two crazy passes I saw. The last pass, dude rolled out through it. It was a great pass. They only had like 32, 28 seconds, and they went all the way down the field and scored a touchdown. Just
I don't
really bad
understand.
luck. But
I don't
but
understand
bad
how you
luck
let
comes from
somebody
bad
get.
decisions.
But how do you let somebody get behind you at the
I was
very end of the
wondering
game?
that.
That's crazy.
That was the thing. Of all the circumstances, no, and they went down the field, no timeouts, and you let the dude just poor coaching on all fronts. How do you let dudes get in front of you? I mean, you get behind you, like you said. That was the first thing I thought. Why is he 5 yards in front of him? And they have no timeouts. I just, that's tough. It's fireable. It really is. It's
No,
fireable.
it's immediate termination.
On the bus, lane kicker.
You
On the
had,
bus, not even on the bus. You got an AD's got to go to the locker room and kick the guy out, and then just talk to the team
don't,
because it's unacceptable.
yeah.
And I want to say the same thing I say about Rivera. I was told that Cristobal would change the culture.
Well, I can say that I was not a big fan of Cristobal he's not a good coach to me. He's a great recruiter, just not a good coach. So college is one of those things where you can overlook poor coaching if you're bringing in talent because eventually it's going to shine through. But I don't know. This is like on another level right here. Like what just happened. I don't know if you could ever overlook that. And that's not the first time he's done that, actually.
And how could the team ever trust you again? Ever trust your decision making, what you had to teach, what like I don't how? How would you ever trust that?
I have no idea. Calvin really just got mad because somebody punched him when they was trying to punch the ball out. I'm perplexed by that.
Hey,
Like
let's talk
you're
about this
running
game
around.
real quick.
Yeah, you're running around in a circle, man. What do you expect?
London games are weirder. What's weirder in your mind? London games or Thursday night games? More
This
random.
the
Hmm?
Germany game we gonna have coming up,
Well, that's weird. That is.
or the Mexico game. But I think
Well, that one had pollution. Remember?
yeah, I think it's honestly I would say the Thursday night games because even if it is in London, it's still a Sunday. So
Yeah.
I feel like you still get your regular amount of like time between games. Whereas on Thursday night, like on a day where you're typically doing a walkthrough, you actually playing a full game.
Yeah, and your body doesn't have time to heal, and It's a lot. These guys usually they don't really feel right until like Wednesday on average. That's what I've heard a lot of players say. So yeah, Thursday's more random, but the travel sometimes I think, and then the Jags always being there is weird. Like they play there a couple times every year, so that's weird. And they have an advantage at some level. But this, like you wouldn't thought, I think if this game was in America, it wouldn't be 11-7 right now. At least I don't think so.
It was
Could be,
not.
but
It was
I don't think so.
9-6 back in 2021 when they played. I mean,
It was
that
what?
was 9-6 the last time they played in
Yeah,
2021.
it's weird.
It
You know,
just,
and then
yeah,
sometimes I remember last year when the Giants won, I forgot who they beat, and it was like a surprise. Oh, well, maybe they're kind of good, but I don't know. But but I'm not. I kind of thought this could be a letdown situation, but they having injuries. I don't know who that is. Matt Milano, one of the best linebackers in the league, is hurt. They lost Tre'Davious White last week. I can't tell who that is, but they've had a really hard time with injuries. Let's see, Mr. Allen. He had 4 touchdowns last week. He's had 10 games like that, which ties Jim Kelly for the most of all time in Bills franchise history. I guess we'll see how this game plays out. 11-7. Let's get to some real games. We have
they got another injury.
Texans.
They got another injury.
I know. Who is that?
I don't know.
I couldn't tell. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Maybe I'm a little bit ahead of you. But the Texans and the Falcons, your favorite team to hate, the Atlanta Falcons. But first, what have you thought of CJ Stroud?
Honestly, I haven't sat down and watched him play. I plan on doing that today. But the little bit I've seen, like I check in on the all 22s and whatnot. I mean, just a guy that seems to be ahead of the game when it comes to poise and understanding how to throw on time, how to throw people open, like the little things that people talk about when they look at quarterbacks and scout them. Like, what can they do? He's doing all those little things well, and he hasn't had a full offensive line yet. And this week, I think, is his first time probably getting most of those guys back. And that's something that people should take note of, is that he's been doing all this with the patchwork offensive line. His starting left tackle's been out. I think his center went down. They were missing like a left guard or something like that. So, I mean, I'm impressed. I'm impressed with him. I'm impressed with the staff figuring out a way to not only make him successful, but to turn that into wins, because they don't have a ton of talent on the roster. And it just seems like they stuck to their guns, and it's working out for them so far.
He just looks like he belongs. Herbert, I remember 2 quarterbacks I wasn't super high on. Wasn't like thinking they would be failures, but I wasn't super high on. I thought Stroud had to have a right situation. But he just immediately looks like he belongs. Justin Herbert was like that when Tyrod Taylor first pass. You'd be like, oh, this guy's different. And I've heard teammates talk about Stroud, say he's different. He has pocket presence. He has poise. So you are looking at somebody. We don't know how it would be, but I think we're at the point where you can say, okay, he's going to be an established star in the league at some point. We got enough of that. We don't know where Herbert's going to go, but we know he's good. I think we know Stroud is good. On the other hand, we also know that Ritter is not good. He has been decent at home. He's 68% of his passes were completed in 4 touchdowns, 1 interception at home. He is 0-4 on the road, 58.6 completion percentage, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. So he's a different player at home. Do you think we'll see a better Ritter today?
No. This is a team that can generate some pressure. I think that's going to, like, one thing about the Texans defense, even if they're not generating pressure, they have found a way to turn the ball over, or like to get turnovers. And I think Ritter's he's just prone to that. He doesn't know how to get the ball to his playmakers. He's leading the offense where his rookie running back is, I think, second in receptions, which is absolutely ridiculous. And I'm hard on Arthur Smith, but I know he's not planning to have Bijan Robinson getting the ball 11 times through the air. Like, that's just not what he's trying to do. So Ritter's a wash, man. Like, just I would bench him and play Heineke, honestly. I feel like they'd be more competitive with Heineke. At least Heineke will get the ball.
He's going to give you 3 good games, and he's going to put it out there for the game to be decided. He's going to put it up there. He's an effort somebody's up there kind of guy. That's how he
Yeah.
plays, with no arm. So you're
Yeah,
going to
but
get something. But I think Arthur Smith, and to some degree, he's right, but he plays not to lose. And when you don't have as much talent, sometimes people do that.
you're still losing.
Yeah, that's the
Like,
point.
that's
the point.
my thing. Like what are we doing? What is our goal? Like if you're a rebuilding team, then I get playing or coaching the way that he's coaching. But the Atlanta Falcons are what do I have team, and what you have, you don't even know how to properly assess it because you're still playing like you're a team that you want a top draft pick. No, that was last year and the year before that. Now you need to try to be competitive. And I don't think Ritter is the most competitive option. And I still don't understand what more do you need to see out the guy? He's basic. That was evident when he was at Cincinnati. That was evident when he was going through preseason. And I'm pretty sure if you see him in camp, that's evident too. So what more do you need to see? He's not a good NFL caliber quarterback.
And I struggle with the decisions. Like sometimes I just wonder. I don't wonder in basketball because I know what they're trying to do when they don't really want to try on a season. But in football, I just look at teams as they're constructing and say, how do you think this is going to make you competitive? So when you start Ritter or Sam Howell, even though maybe he'll be all right, but like I can't see you starting the season with these people and saying that you're invested in winning because they've never proven anything. They weren't even high draft picks. So why would you bank your future on the second year of guys that you didn't think highly enough to be in the first round? I don't get that. Kirk Cousins sat for a while before he won the job over in injuries, and he proved it. And he was a fourth round pick. I don't understand the logic.
Yeah, and if I'm going with the guy that I know isn't the guy, then get the ball to the people that I drafted to be the guy. Like that's my thing. Like it's one thing if Ritter was like a proper game manager, but he's not even doing that right. So what in the world? You're wasting my time. You're wasting my time. You're wasting Pitt's time. You're wasting London's time. Wasting everybody on the defensive side, because their defense hasn't been that bad. You're wasting our time, Arthur Smith and Ritter. So I'm like, dude, what more do you need to see? I don't understand it. And it's the NFL, man. Like I said, I think we give these guys too much credit sometimes.
I mean, but from what we see, just what we see, how bad must he be in practice?
He must be phenomenal in practice.
The coach knows. The coach knows the strengths and weaknesses of players. And so, I mean, Arthur Smith isn't an idiot. He did really well.
That's debatable.
Stop.
That's debatable. No.
That's the best tight there ever.
When you say, and let me make sure I get this right, we're not playing fantasy football. We're trying to win games, but you like specifically don't game plan for your best fucking weapon. You are an idiot. I'm sorry. You're an idiot. You're an idiot. You're an idiot because you bring in Bijan Robinson and Bijan gets more touches and gets to display his talents over Pitts in London, who you drafted to do the same thing. You can game plan for him. It's clearly something like in order for them not to be able to get the ball to these guys on a consistent basis, he has to be an idiot. I'm sorry. He has to be. Like there's so many ways to get the ball to a playmaker nowadays. With all the space that you give the people, they can't really be touched anyway. And you're telling me that London and Pitts get like less than 2-3 catches a game? You're an idiot. I'm sorry.
Well, he was targeted at least 7 times, which is probably a record.
It took 2 weeks for that to happen.
I'm just saying that guy, you saw what happens when they try to air it out. He was horrible. So you're in a catch-22. So do you want to be humiliated in a big way? Or you want to be humiliated for the nerds like us, who are a lot smaller population? So you probably lose your job quicker if you air it out and you have all these picks than you will if you play it close.
You don't need to air it out though. Like London can stretch the field, but he can do so much more. Like you don't have to air it out per se. You can literally scheme the guys open, or you can be competitive and go with the better option at quarterback then. If what you're telling me is we can't do what I want to do with these players, with this quarterback, then get a new quarterback.
Well, and it's too late for that right now.
No, it's not. Heineke's better than Ritter, man. I don't care what anybody says.
You know how it's going to end,
man. Heineke's better than Ritter.
Going to end.
And he's going to get the ball to the playmakers. Even if it don't look good, it don't matter. You can now see what you have to work with, because going into next year, what can they say? They can't be like, oh, well, we're going to give up on Pitts because he sucks. You don't know. The boy only got 12 damn touches.
Well, they also saying he's hurt. I've seen little rumors of that. Yeah, how would we know the difference if he don't get the ball? So how would we know?
He's running 60-yard post routes on a guy that can only throw 20 yards down the field. That's why.
And he threw it to him one time, and he didn't think it was coming. He had to speed up. Like, you can't run 100 times and not get the ball. Then you think I'm going to go hard all 100 times. That's wild.
It's goofy, man. It's goofy. I think anybody who scouted Desmond Ritter should have known from the time you saw him play that he wasn't going to be a good quarterback. That's the dumbest shit I ever heard. He's playing decoy. They're letting him get comfortable with fixing it. A decoy, you're not winning games. You're not winning games. You need to win games. You need to compete. Who is saying these stupid things? We put people out here to be a decoy. That's for a team that's actually fucking good. The Falcons suck. They suck. Who are they putting out to be a decoy? It's like dumb teams like the Commanders drafting to stop somebody from drafting. Who is saying these dumbass things? We got to hold these people accountable.
Mr. William Wallace Sr., thank you for participating. My co-host, he's a little wild.
No, because I'm sick of hearing it.
I appreciate you, sir. I appreciate you. We call this guy Starscream. He goes in this little rant.
It's dumb. I'm sorry, it's dumb.
But sir, I would just like to say, not you, sir. How would we, like, he's coming off an injury, but he's not a decoy because everybody knows y'all won't throw to him. So I have to respectfully disagree with you, sir.
Who is guarding Kyle Pitts? Who is guarding Kyle Pitts? Why are we wasting our time guarding Kyle Pitts? If he runs further than 20 yards, you need to just pull your man back down into a zone, because even if they throw the ball to him, it ain't going to be accurate and he ain't going to catch it. Like, that's crazy. This man was a top 5 pick. Am I right? Was he a top 5 pick or top
8, 5?
Top 8. Right? He was a top 10 pick. Put it that way. He's a top 10 pick. Yeah. He no goddamn decoy. I'm sorry. That is really dumb. If that's truly what they're doing, that is insane. Insane. In a waste of time.
Let's draft Wemby and use him as a decoy. That would be almost like that. It's like, what? Or in the Sixers. No, who? I'm trying to think of somebody in the middle. Like maybe Vince Carter or something, that was like 4th or 5th pick.
You don't
spotlight him.
Yeah. Let's. I've never heard of a top 10 pick being a damn decoy. Ain't no way.
That's wild. No way. So we got next coming up the Panthers at the Lions. The Lions have looked good. They made a statement. 2 Thursday nights ago against Green Bay. They're coming off that long week, which is like an extra bye week almost. Why? This is what I want to bring up. This is what I bring up. And this is a small rant, but this is what I want to bring up. We had Wilkes finish the season real strong. Didn't get the job. You gave the job to a saltine retread, Frank Reich, and it looked like shit. But you had momentum coming in. And this is what I'm saying. This man did the job. He wasn't given he got 1 year in Arizona. He had to start Josh Rosen. And he goes to Carolina. He does well when the coach gets fired, and he still doesn't get hired. That's how our coaches get treated. And then you see the results. Nobody cares that this man won games and had him going. And then this guy, it doesn't matter. He gets to rebuild. And that's how you see the different treatment of black coaches versus white coaches. It's a different standard.
I appreciate it, though, because I need a defensive coordinator.
It does look good.
Good. I'm off the Frank Reich train, man. I apologize for ever backing him. I mean, I guess him and
Trevor just fumbled the ball. He sucks.
Oh yeah, you are ahead of me. Him and
got a little bit ahead.
Him and Carson Wentz, I guess, were flashing the pans because they've declined around the same way. I don't know. I don't think it's that Bryce Young is like, I wouldn't call him a bust or say he's bad per se, I don't think the team is that good. And
Oh, it's so early. It's so early.
Yeah.
You don't have any speed guys to my
Yeah,
knowledge.
and
You
I
got
think
Thielen, Hayden Hurst. I mean, it's not a murderer's row. The line is bad. This is one of those years where you just need to see little sparks, little flashes when you got a team that bad. You know, I don't think Houston's the most talented team, but they have physically talented people. They have Tank Dell, they have Nico Collins. They do not have physically talented people. They don't have athletes that can win one-on-one in Carolina, from the line to the receivers. Hayden Hurst might be the most explosive player they have, and that's real sad.
Yeah, I agree. But what can you do, man? I guess this is the NFL. These sorry coaches get a good gig, and then people like Chase say black coaches shatter. But it's like you only got like
black coaches shatter.
Yeah, like we
said that?
Chase, that's his thing. Like we don't really get a lot of chances, man.
Let me catch him in the street.
We don't get a lot of chances, and there are plenty of examples of black coaches who don't deserve it. But like when you come in and you borderline write a ship per se. Like you made this team that was down and out competitive or showed some fire. I think you deserve a chance. And I mean, for the franchises that do people like Wilkes like this, and the Cardinals do the same thing, I am happy to report that they're not successful afterwards. So
you know
what?
What y'all don't understand is that my grudge against the meathead is really all about Jim Caldwell. And it's on where Eric Bieniemy. You gave this guy a shot. And you got coaches out there like Jim Caldwell. Like he's doing what Jim Caldwell did. He just doesn't talk like a freaking idiot, but he's doing what Jim Caldwell did. So if he ends up like Jim Caldwell, they're going to fire him like they did Jim Caldwell. Of course, we're talking about the Lions and the Panthers. But are they going to fire him after he makes the playoffs and has the greatest seasons ever for the Lions? They're going to fire the meathead like they did Jim Caldwell, then he can't get a job? That's what I'm talking. That's why I don't like that meathead. Besides the fact we're on the family show. He's a freaking idiot. Corey, you can chime in. I'm sure you don't care what I said. You can say what you can chime in.
It's not his fault.
We hating on Jim Caldwell? Who we hating on right now?
He's hating on Dan Campbell.
My grudge against him is the way that all the Detroit fans are all on Dan Campbell, but when you had unprecedented success with Jim Caldwell, he's not doing anything Jim Caldwell didn't do, and they act like this guy's a god. That's what irritates me.
I mean, come on. I mean, we know how they do black coaches. There's no secret there, so he can't be praised for the good job he's doing.
Lions to cover +10. I mean, cover 10. They good.
Yeah, hey. Good. Jared Goff quietly been one of the best ATS.
Oh, that's what I meant to say. Oh, y'all. Are you ready to apologize?
To Jim Bob Cooter?
Are you ready to apologize? For years, I said, he's all right, man. Y'all dog him. He's not bad. He's all right. Y'all laughed at me.
He's definitely still bad. Don't get it.
He's really not.
This is a phenomenal coaching job. A phenomenal coaching job is what it is.
Man, stop. You got to stop. You got to give the man his flowers.
No,
he's balling. He's killing it.
He's got the iOS 17. He got an upgrade. Don't get it twisted. No,
he's killing it. I don't understand why you can't just give the man his flowers.
Because he wasn't killing it when he had Sean McVay, and he wasn't killing it.
They went to the Super Bowl.
They didn't go to the Super Bowl because of him.
It didn't hurt. That offense looked good.
And then, ironically, when they got in the Super Bowl and Gurley wasn't able to really do what he was doing, you know what I'm saying?
Is this guy still talking about his injury?
Yeah.
What injury? Did he miss a game?
What? Oh my God, bro! Can whoever said that, be for real? I literally on a weekly basis, I own that I'm wrong. On a weekly basis, actually.
Nah, bro. Nah, but that was Richard. Thank you, Richard.
Richard, come on, man. On a weekly basis, I admit that I'm wrong. I don't have a problem with admitting I'm wrong.
How long did it take him to admit that Wentz won't it, Corey?
It took all but what? That one time I see them
4 years. 4 years.
Crazy. Stop crazy. Y'all
3.
crazy. Yo.
Nah,
You
you
still
were hanging
wrong.
on way too long, my guy. Way
I
too
was
long.
hanging on.
Then
I
you
was
tried
hanging
to.
on because... Go ahead.
Then,
Go ahead.
then you tried to turn it into a joke, but it wasn't no joke.
It is a joke, man. You see the play is pretty bad. So what the game
Honest,
Davis you,
I think
bro?
you thought he was gonna do something for the Commanders last year.
Let's
I really
go.
think
Is that
you
Gabe
did.
Davis? No, that's Diggs. God dang it, Diggs, man. How you gonna let this man pick the ball like that? Anyway, come on,
What just
man.
happened?
Diggs
Sucks. Josh
Diggs
Allen
be
sucks.
emotional, man. But
All
anyway,
right, let's
y'all
go.
hating on me.
Let's get Corey. Let's get to the big time game, y'all. Cowboys versus 49ers.
That's
How many
so
points we
out of
gonna win
order.
by, y'all?
That's so out of order.
How many points? I know, but I'm ready. I don't, Corey, he in transit. I'm trying to get it in.
Yeah.
If anything mess up.
You
How many points we gonna win by, guys?
what who 49ers and Cowboys? What happened?
Yeah, how many points we gonna beat y'all by?
The Cowboys?
Yeah, man, you know we're gonna win.
When's the last time that the
No,
Cowboys
we don't.
beat the 49ers?
Did we beat y'all that game? T.O. went to the start.
I think so. Because we've sent y'all home 2 seasons in a row.
Yeah, I think we
And
were bad.
while not playing good.
So the way
With
I
2
see this
different
game
quarterbacks.
is the way it's a couple things. It's a horrible matchup, and it's worse this season, I think, than it has been in the other seasons. The only way we can win is we have turnover luck, and y'all just make mistakes. We are the worst team in the red zone in the whole entire league. We are also the worst team with goal to go in the entire league. We don't do the explosive plays. Dak is last in the league in air yards. We completely rely on our defense to obliterate people. So unless we get one of those turnover games and it's just a blowout because y'all make mistakes and don't show up, we can't beat them. That's the honest to God truth.
Let's talk the honest God truth. Honest God truth, we better at every position on the football field. We got a better D line. We got
All
a
right,
better
man.
quarterback. We got a better running back. We got a better group of receivers. We got a better coach. Like there's just a deficiency everywhere, if you want to be completely honest. And it's not the same caliber of classic team. And I think that y'all lose by, and I think y'all lose by double digits at least. I don't think it's gonna be close. That's honest. I mean, I'll
What do you
take the
think,
adjusted
John?
spread.
I
I'll
don't
take
need to.
everything we can take. The only
You ain't say
thing
the
that could
justice
possibly
spread.
happen,
God
the
damn.
only thing that could possibly happen is we could see Purdy get a little bit antsy if he's under too much pressure.
The
That's my
pressure.
only concern.
Yeah, I mean the Niners are more physical, and the Cowboys are kind of soft. So that's to me is enough. It's enough pathology there to prove that. Every time you guys play against a physical team that's willing to punch you in the mouth,
Did you
we
say
don't get that.
pathology?
Yeah, we don't get that same kind of energy. Yes,
Man,
pathology.
you're not working with the juveniles anymore. You're
I'm
talking
just
about
saying.
pathology, man.
There's
You're not working
history
with
there.
these
Okay.
offenders anymore. You don't have to use those words.
I would disagree, sir. The
I got a
Cowboys.
question though. I got a serious question though. What is it with the Cowboys, right? Because like if you look on paper, there's certainly a top 3 talent when it comes to talented teams. What's missing?
They are poorly coached. It's organizational structure. This is my thing. This is why Joe Nance sucks. It's organizational. Did we just get a spammer? I'm kind of proud. We just got a spammer on the page for the on the page. Somebody just spammed us on the stream. That's making it. But no, we are not a top to down organization. It's like a home where you can go to mama after daddy says something. The owner runs the team. The buck doesn't stop there. We're not a button down program because we're never going to get a coach that's all about accountability because Jerry wants to control them. So we basically got a middle manager trying to run a team, and they have no real power. That's why it hasn't been buttoned up since Parcells. And after that, he didn't like that feeling, even though we had so much success. He didn't like that feeling, so he went back to those coaches, and he didn't win the Super Bowl, so he justified it. But that's why you had the owner giving injury reports after the damn game in a weekly press conference.
Cop out.
I don't know, man. It's a lot.
I mean, I'm at
What do you
this
think,
point.
Alan?
At this point, we don't have to do a lot of talking, man. Niners just need to show up and play and get out this game healthy. Once again, that's all I'm asking. And then it's really on the Cowboys to prove something. Like it's on them.
28-17.
I
The
think
only way
that's
I
enough,
can
bro.
see it is if y'all just not motivated, but y'all don't do that.
Who
So,
would not
No,
be motivated
that's
to beat
not.
Dallas?
well, not as
Yeah, that ain't
motivated
it.
as us because you beat us. We needed more. We need to prove that we could beat y'all. So I can see that if we just wanted more and we have a intensity level. But that's generally not what we do against good teams. So
And we're at home. It's a big game Sunday night. We're not gonna come out flat. The only thing is that this may be Brock Purdy's third big game in his whole career. So
yeah,
you get pressure on him. It's not like y'all can't provide pressure. So you get pressure on him. He gets antsy. I've seen him trying to come out the back door like he thinks he's Lamar Jackson when he gets pressured.
I
He
see him
starts
get a little
he
frisky.
starts to have some Zach Wilson like tendencies at times when he gets pressured. So but I just don't think it matters. I just think we're too talented. I don't see it. And how can y'all stop the greatest running back since Barry Sanders?
It's so sad how y'all jump back. Y'all hated on this man so bad.
Nah,
He
man,
was
y'all
really a
were
perfect
overrating
fit
him,
for
and
Baltimore.
I'm still gonna give credit where the credit is due. It's Kyle Shanahan, man. Like we saw no backs nobody ever heard of put up 1,000 yards with him. So if he gets somebody that's a top 3 talent, of course they're gonna look like an
Oh, now he's
MVP.
top three
It
talent. I
makes
never
sense.
you ever heard him call him a top three talent, Allen,
At
until
the running
today. You
back
ever heard him
position,
call that
I
man
always
top
thought he
three
was a
talent?
top 3 talent at the running back position. I just thought he was overrated. People were calling him best player in the league. There's a difference.
Well, he's sort of. I mean, he's not, but he sort of looked like
He's
it.
not. He's not the best
But he
player on the
looked like it.
49ers. He's not
He
the best
looked
player on
like it.
the 49ers.
But he's also maximizing what y'all do, and I don't like
That's
him
the point.
anymore. White Jesus is false. But
Oh, now he
I
falls.
don't even think about it. I don't even like talking about him. I don't even call him white Jesus anymore. I don't appreciate it. Titans, and then you know the worst thing? He doesn't get hurt anymore. What the heck? He can't, y'all. Y'all got the worst training staff in the
He don't
league. He
really
doesn't
get
get hurt.
hit. That's the system. He don't get hit like that.
That's probably helpful. You're right. Titans and the Colts, two really weird teams. Titans blew out the Bengals last week. I mean, I guess I see why. And the
Have we
Colts,
talked about the Bengals yet?
Richardson looks a lot
Not yet.
better. No, sir, we have not. I'm ready with some excuses though. I came ready. Titans and the Colts, 2-point spread in favor of Tennessee. How do you see it going, Alan?
I mean, it almost looks like the Titans are going to be a hit or miss team. Like this week they're on, next week they're off. This week they're on, next week they're off. So, I mean, this is a big game for them because in their division right now, Jacksonville's 2-2, they're 2-2, the Colts are 2-2, and I do believe the Texans are 2-2. So you want to kind of get some separation here, and you typically do that best when you play in the division. So I think this is a game for them to kind of put themselves at the forefront. I know the Colts are clicking a little bit on all cylinders with their rookie quarterback, and they get Jonathan Taylor back, but he's on a snap count. So I like the Titans to pull through here just in what I would consider borderline an ugly game.
And the thing about the Colts is they come back. They usually look good on the second half. So who knows? What do you think, Corey?
Yeah, I think I like the Titans here. Just stylistically, the Titans don't allow people to run the football. And I think just as much as I've been impressed by Anthony Richardson and he's exceeded any expectation I had for him this early, I do think it's too much to ask him to kind of be the one that beat a team. And you have to throw on the Titans. That's the only way to beat them. So I'll go Titans here. I think Richardson just makes a few too many mistakes here, and the Titans capitalize.
And the Titans have beaten the Colts 6 of the last 7 games. Most of those players are still there. But the Titans can't score, so you never know. The Titans haven't scored 30 points in 22 games. Giants and the Dolphins. 11-point spread. Dolphins had a hard week last week. Do you think it's just because the Bills, or do y'all think possibly maybe they aren't as good as they looked before that game?
No, I mean, I said that. They weren't playing professional football team, man. It was a get-right game for the Bills. The Bills were more hype. Miami finesse, and they can't stop anybody on defense. So,
Good
if
thing
you
they're
got a
not playing
team
one
that
this
can
week.
actually play defense and score against them, I've never thought Miami's what everyone else thought they were. I said that last week. They had just barely beat the Chargers. Like teams were putting up 30 on them. So I think they are who they are. I think they're a 10, 11 win team that might win one game in the playoffs, but they're not. I mean, you can't look at that squad and think they're really top 3 or 4 teams. So, with that being said, it's debatable whether the Giants are a professional football team. So, we're going to see a lot of fireworks today, and this is what they do. They get off here. So, salute to them. Get them in DFS, bet the overs, bet the spread. They're going to kill them.
Yeah,
What do you think, Alan?
if Winks think he gonna blitz this team, yeah, it's gonna be a long day for them.
Yeah, I can't imagine he's gonna try to
It's
blitz
gonna be a
them.
long day for them. No, he is. He can't play any other way. That's all he knows. That's all he knows. And it's gonna be a long day. And I saw somebody say Hyatt will go off today. I would love to see it because they drafted him to be a vertical threat and they throw the ball like
Somebody said
5
Hyatt
yards.
was gonna go off.
Yeah,
Bro, there ain't no Giants receiver that's going to ever go off or ever
Yeah,
has gone off. So what are they talking about?
I would
Who's
love
in
to
the
see it.
top-
I would love to
who's
see
in
it, but
the
I don't
people?
know. And the Giants just look like a team top to bottom that they don't have anything going right for them. And that offensive line is still so trash. And then they had a distraction.
I
This
don't know
week
how
after
they
getting
won all those
smoked.
games last year. Because they're not talented. I would say they have at least if not bottom 5, bottom 10 roster in the league. I don't know how. It was great coaches, smoke and mirrors, and without Saquon Saquon, the whole team revolved around Saquon. He's been injured, but it was bound. I didn't think they would be this bad. This is how bad I thought they would be last year. But they don't have the talent, and for some reason, the smoke and mirrors isn't working.
No.
Yeah.
I'm with the Dolphins.
Are they covering?
Yeah, I think they blow them out.
Yeah, they should, because just the match.
You need talent to win multiple years. You can do smoke and mirrors when you're catching people by surprise. It's your first year and you're just out toughing everyone, but you need talent to be back-to-back year winners. That's talent. No team just gets to the playoffs back-to-back years without talent. It's not happening.
Yeah, that's true too. Saints and the Patriots. Hard to figure out the Saints. It's very easy to figure out the Patriots. They suck. The coach is washed. The quarterback isn't good. You can't play the way he wants to play anymore. Corey, how you see this thing going down?
When y'all gonna apologize to me, man? Name me a quarterback that I said was trash that ain't actually trash.
You act like
you can go down the list of my hit list.
Horrible.
I'm sorry?
I said the man wasn't horrible. And I guess
but
that's
he is.
wrong. The
but
first year he wasn't. But
no, he always has been. But I just think the Saints defense is way too good for Mac Jones. He shouldn't be a starter. They definitely should have Zappy in. You got to give up. You got to punt on him. He's just not good. He's never been good. He's never had arm talent, and he's just not it. And it might be time to move on from Bill, if we're being honest.
And that being said, what about Mac Jones says you want to treat him like Tom Brady and give him no weapons? Like nothing about. And that being said, also, if he played, ETN, I got him in fantasy. If he played for y'all, he would look just like your little quarterback Purdy now.
No, he would not. No, he would not. That's insulting. He doesn't make quick decisions. He's inaccurate. Like, that's just not true.
You got a lot of pressure, man. You get a lot of pressure.
It don't matter. You still have to make quick decisions, whether you're pressured or not. That would mean you need to make quicker decisions.
The Patriots average 13.8 points a game. Of course, the Saints only average 15.5. But to have your offense be that anemic, just a nasty game. I guess the under, they'll probably put the under. The under is 39, so that's already low, so probably it'll go over it. But damn, it's just a nasty game. I guess the Patriots are at home. Alan asked me this on You Get a Minute Fam. Patriots are home, so I guess I would take them, but it's just disgusting.
I mean, they suck, man.
I'm gonna take the Saints.
I'm gonna take the Saints too. They suck.
Saints also suck. They got blown out by Tampa.
Yeah, no, Saints definitely suck.
But Ravens versus Steelers, the rivalry of rivalries. At least they would have to tell you. Baltimore is favored by 4 on the road. Lamar Jackson, after that first game, got to give him credit. He's playing well. That means an injury is 2 games away from happening. But I'm not sure if we're going to have Kenny Pickett. I think we're gonna have Kenny Pickett today. Corey, I know you've been very critical of Kenny Pickett. Do you think the Steelers? Give me your percentage of your percentage of belief that the Steelers will win today.
A percentage of belief that the Steelers will win. 60-40. This is the game they win, right? Like I thought in the Cleveland spot that they had no chance to beat Cleveland. I thought Cleveland was a lot better than them. So in that spot, I was like, all right, the Browns definitely will beat them. And this is a similar spot to me. This is the type of game the Steelers show up for, get some turnovers and find a way to win. So, no, it's on the other side. So yeah, I mean, I think 60-40. Lamar's playing. I think people forgot who Lamar Jackson was. So everybody's like, oh, Lamar's playing so well, and this is just his baseline. This isn't. He was playing well at the beginning of last year. He threw 400 yards every game. This is just who Lamar is.
74% of his passes. That's very un-Lamar-like.
I'm sorry?
He's completing 74% of his passes this year. That's very un-Lamar-like.
I mean, look at what
it is what he normally does. Yes, this is Lamar when he's kicking on all cylinders, but there's been more accuracy than normal. So I guess those Madden plays he picked are doing all right.
I guess, man. I do get concerned that he's getting too many design runs because his carries per game are going up.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. Nothing my boy wouldn't do. He's still gonna miss my boy. He's still gonna miss Roman. That's all you're gonna see before the end of the season. He gonna miss me yet? All right, I got the Steelers covering with the 4. What about you, Alan?
I got the Steelers covering with the 4 too. I think the history there, the last 16, 17 games, the dog has covered 15 times.
All right, I'm calling an upset here. Eagles at the Rams, calling an upset straight out. Eagles favored by 4.5, calling an upset. This is going to be the kind of game that the Eagles lose. They kind of sleepwalking through the season. Matt Stafford is on. He's my fantasy quarterback anyway, but you got the rookie Pikachu, Pokemon, whatever his name is. You got Cooper Kupp coming back. There's an upset. Upset's coming.
Are you ready to apologize to Stafford, man? The fact that y'all doubted Stafford, he played for the Lions for 13 years, and y'all thought he couldn't have some success without a great team. He played for the Lions for 13 years. That was a top 10 quarterback.
Playoff game for the Lions. He's 2-2. Oh. Chill out.
He's playing well. Everyone thought they were going to be the worst team in the league. Chill out.
They got good receivers, evidently.
Oh yeah, 5th round pick. So great. No, he's a system receiver.
Out there, boy.
He's a system receiver. He's getting the ball thrown on him at a consistent basis.
Hey, I mean, come on. He's catching it. He's getting open. God knows you got to be open for Matt Stafford to give it.
It's debatable whether he's open on some of those, but.
And can we pause real quick? The people talking in the comments, it just says Facebook user. We don't know who you are. So if you're not gonna sign up with your name, at least just tell us who's talking. Bro, like somebody's like, I'm gonna mark this down. Like who, what?
That's not dog engagement, sir. We're getting engagement.
Yeah, he tripping.
Getting engagement.
I just wanted to be proper, man.
Anyway, it's just that new guy talking, William Wallace Smith Sr. He might be related to another one, but Richard said the Eagles gonna cover. He said his name this time, William Wallace Sr. Thank you for watching the show, William. Thank you. You'll never come on here, but thanks for watching, man. Do appreciate it. So did you say who you think's some cover, Corey, besides you hating?
All right, Rams. I got the Rams.
My dislike of Stafford. What about you, Alan?
I want to go with the Rams, but there's just some alarming stats on Stafford when he's under pressure, and I think he'll be under pressure today. What is it, 4.5? I'll take the Rams 4.5 then.
All right, Bengals. This is what Corey wants to talk about because he's a hater. Bengals 1-3 at the Cardinals. 3-point spread for Cincinnati. The Cardinals are this is a dangerous situation. I definitely got Cardinals to cover. But I want to tell Corey the facts of this. The man has been hurt. They have used more shotgun this year than any other year. He's so hurt they can't even do stretch plays. He is 2 for like 21 on yard or pass over 15 yards. It is clear that this man, by any tangible metric, this man is playing through injury. Why are you doing this? You know what's going on. Why are you
You want to
trying
know what's hilarious? Is that last year when he sucked, the remedy was putting him into the shotgun because he was so bad and he couldn't do short passes from under center. He was so bad because they went 2 high safeties and he refused to dump it low that they had to go to shotgun so he had easier reads and he could deliver the ball quickly. That was the remedy. This year, they're doing what helped them last year, and it's the problem. You want to know what that makes him? The problem.
You can eat too much chocolate, brother of mine. You can eat too much chocolate.
He has the best receiving core in football and looks horrible every year to start the season. If he's hurt, then he's always hurt. How many times this man been hurt? If it's a black quarterback, we just call him injury prone and say they're unreliable because they're always hurt. Why don't we throw that on Burrow then if it's injuries? Because he's been hurt. He's been hurt half his career. He's been hurt half his career.
And he led a team to the Super Bowl. Come on.
Jared Goff got to the Super Bowl. Who cares? He won't ball him.
He never didn't lead him. He definitely. And Jared Goff is good. You're wrong about him. He's a good quarterback.
He's not good. He's all right. He's average.
Get out of here, man. He's
good. He's top 10. He's top 10. Is he top 10 or is he about 15 to 20?
Top 10 real shaky these days. I had to look. It's top 10 real shaky. They don't get this man credit.
Well, I know who you're above, Joe Burrow.
What'd you say? Also, Joe Burrow, again, you can tell he's hurt. Come on. Now, this is what Brady was doing. Let me give you this stat. This is what Brady was doing where he didn't want to get hit anymore. He getting the ball off in 2.2 seconds. 2.2. I mean, you just take the snap and you just throw it. You take
it's not good, man.
Throw the ball.
It's not.
We gotta be honest.
Be honest about what?
If he hurt, he should stop playing because he hurting the team is what he doing.
Man. They only have, I don't even know who the sub backup was last year. I really do think they were talking about ESPN. If you sit him first 2 weeks or something, maybe they should have. But they say he's healthy. He took the thing off ESPN, and part of it too. And I'm here for full excuse making mode. That's what you did for Watson when he first started. I mean, let me be clarified. For when he started out playing football, you did it for Watson. Some of his time to study has been hampered by his rehab. You know, he's been in rehab, so he hasn't been able to go through the film and practice like he liked. So everything will be all right this week. All right.
Don't he ain't got a tablet at home?
You hear me? Don't text me if it's not.
He ain't got a tablet at home. He can't watch it when he's sitting in his bed.
As soon as I said that, I don't know why he can't watch talent in the training room, but that's what he said on ESPN. I'm taking any and all excuses for Joe Cool. Hey, what do you think, Alan? I think up on. What do you think about the game?
Nah, I think if the Bengals don't win and cover here, sound the alarms. Tank for an offensive line.
Right, man. I don't know how, but they really fight. I mean, they might win 6-7 games, or they'll be in every game.
At this point, you got to go try to get Caleb. With that receiving core, you got to make a move.
You do, but I don't know how you do that. You got Dobbs in. That should be a problem.
I was talking about for the Bengals.
Alan, who's gonna win this game, man? What's going on, bro?
I'll go with the Bengals, but everything else is saying Cardinals.
Disrespect in full force. All right, I might have missed the game, but while I double check. Oh, Chiefs and the Vikings. Well, we got a couple games. Chiefs and the Vikings. We got Chiefs are favored by 4. How you see it playing out, Alan? 4:25 start.
It's a weird game. I think it's a letdown spot for the Chiefs. I like the points with the Vikings.
Every week is a letdown spot for them.
But I had that at 5.5, and now it's 3.5. So it kind of worries me that it's dropping so much. But if you want to take a risk with a wild Sunday win, I would try it on the Vikings. Vikings or Texans, I think, are live money lines today.
The Chiefs, they just look like they go through the motions. And honestly, at this point, they look like Golden State. I don't know, maybe even some of the Durant years, but they look like they just lollygag, and then all of a sudden they come out strong, and then the Bills trying to come out. They come out strong, and then they just go to sleep. There's just too much. They sleepwalk way too much. So, but the Vikings suck, so it's hard to pick this game.
We can't hear you, Corey.
I think Corey. Let me see.
Yeah, definitely give me the Chiefs. I mean, there's no need to deep dive into this. It's a trap line, so I mean, I'm not gonna pick the 4.5. Chiefs haven't really been clicking on all cylinders, but the Vikings defense is too bad to beat this team.
And I just think the offense won't be that good against them either, honestly. Jefferson gonna get off, but I think they're gonna get pressure on Kirk, and that's never good. Alan, you want to participate in the show?
No, I am. I didn't know if you wanted me to follow. He just said he had much to say on it. I thought we were switching games. That's usually how it goes. He was the third person to
I might have forgot what you said. I didn't think you were speaking on.
You don't have to redo the sermon, Pastor. We'd already had 2 people come up and do it. I'm ready to switch games.
You got to use that time. The pastors, they like that time to get that screen time. They like it. Revenge game.
Here we go.
Revenge game. We have I can't even remember his name. The coordinator for the Jets.
Oh, you talking about Hackett?
Yeah, Paul. Why can't I remember his name? His dad is Paul, but Hackett is the Jets. I don't know how motivated they're gonna be to get revenge for Hackett when there's no Aaron Rodgers. But it's supposed to be the game because Sean Payton said it was the worst coaching job of all time and proceeded to let somebody score 70 on them. Not a good game. Denver's favored by 2 as of Friday. Denver did pull out that game against the Bears last week. So I don't know really what to think of them. Zach Wilson showed signs of life for the first time ever, and Denver has probably the worst defense in the league. So I have no clue what's going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, if we're talking about showing signs of life, Zach showed signs of life last week. I mean, they probably should have won that game. They beat the Bills. So you're talking about a team that's beat the Bills and probably should have beat the Chiefs. So I'm not ready to write them off as they're not better than the Broncos. I like the Jets big here.
I like the Jets here too, man. I'm thinking that their defense can get us some points, and they're not going to let Russell Wilson and them come back, man. I think they found a little something in Zach Wilson last week as far as like how to navigate him and make him useful in this offense without hurting himself and the team. Although he did fumble, that's one of those things they can clean up. But I think they have a good showing, and the Broncos got a lot of dysfunction, man. Still,
I honestly think Wilson just said F it and just started slinging it because that was different. He didn't look like he was scared to throw the ball. He could throw the ball, but he just started slinging it. Now, that might be 4 picks today, but you got it. At some point, you can't hide the whole time and see what you got. I'm going to go with y'all with the Jets now that y'all kind of talked a little sense into me about that. All right, Corey, your daily fantasy picks. Who you got for us?
Yeah, I think Justin Jefferson has a huge game today, so I love him. I'm gonna roll the dice on Tannehill today. I like Tannehill. That's very low ownership. So I'll roll the dice on him. And then I love Bijan Robinson today. I think it's his first time to really get off and have a coming out party. So those are my big ones. You can roll the Jefferson set back with Rice for the Chiefs. I'm a big him fan as well.
Alan, best bets.
It just hit actually. It was Gabe Davis to get over 39.5 yards and a touchdown. But yeah,
that doesn't help us, sir.
I know. Going into this
that doesn't
week,
help William Wallace Jr.
Yeah, I know. I still think from a data standpoint, taking your points with the Steelers is probably the best data-driven play. And then for my props, I just want to pass this on to everybody. I think Jalen Waddle has a good game today. He's at 61.5 yards. He averages 70 yards a game. And then you look at how Wink likes to play defense and how Tua likes the first read. I think we see a lot of like deep shots to Waddle today to offset that. So I thought that was one of my favorite prop picks. So Steelers plus 4.5 at this point, and then Waddle over 61.5.
So if I was going to do one, and I like this one, I've hit a couple times. If you're on not DraftKings, FanDuel, you do the Tyreek Hill and the Mozart to score a touchdown and you parlay it. When you got a game like this, usually Tyreek Hill scores, or usually Moser gets a 1 or 2 yard score. So that's not a bad one. Just get my little what do you call them? Same game parlay. But to free someone, can we free the offensive line of Chicago Bears? No offensive line in the history of football has been more blamed for the lack of success of a team. But when Justin Fields plays well, no one says, hey, the offensive line did really well for him. It can't be both ways. Either he doesn't have the weapons when he plays bad, or he does have help when he plays well. Screw the whole Justin Fields dialogue.
I was one of the few people that was like, the offensive line played well. But yeah, I get it, man. Linemen don't never get enough credit, man. Free my man Jamar. Hey, look, free my man Jamar Chase, bro. How you go? This your right hand man, yo. He letting you down, man. You been stuck up for him. You stuck up for your sorry coach.
Did you hear what he said this week?
That he's always open.
Yeah, he said I'm always.
Yeah,
he said I'm always open, bro.
It's true. It's true. Like, it's crazy to me that you can't find him for 3.5 quarters, but then when you're in a hurry up and the game's on the line, he gets 6 straight catches. I don't think they just backed off of him all of a sudden. I'm pretty sure it's just because you wasn't trying to throw him the ball. So, yeah, free my man Jamar Chase. As always, free Kyle Pitts from an oppressive regime of Arthur Smith.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for participating in the show, even William Wallace Sr. Enjoy your football Sunday.